Hello, this is Taylor. This is my 4th winter in New York City, and pretty much every winter before this one, I kind of just hibernated and waited it out until the first signs of spring rolled around. But a few weeks ago, I noticed this winter feels different. It's my coldest one yet, but I'm weirdly enjoying it. So I asked myself why, and I figured out exactly what I'm doing differently to stop wasting my winter. So let's dive into these changes, and I bet that some of them might help you too. Okay, this first section of habits I am poetically naming Chasing Sunlight, Making Peace with Early Darkness. So let's lay some foundation for the rest of these habits by addressing the elephant in the room, the thing that I think we all hate the most about winter. It gets dark so early. And if you live even further north in New York City, I feel for you. So my first big change was so simple, but extremely effective, and it kind of happened on accident. I started chasing those precious hours of sunlight by shifting my entire schedule earlier. And by waking up considerably earlier than I did last winter, I've gained back about 10 hours of sunlight every week. To put numbers to it, this time last year, I was waking up at 9:30, 10. I'm a total night owl by nature. I was also working a lot later into the evening last year, but these days I'm waking up between 7:30 and 8:30, which is early for me, if you know me. I was even waking up a little bit earlier than that for a while, but 7:30 to 8:30 is what I've kind of settled at. The way that I transitioned earlier kind of happened on accident. So whenever I fly west, I really enjoy taking advantage of that jet lag and going to bed earlier and waking up earlier. And after doing that enough times over the years, usually going home to California for holidays to visit my parents or what have you, I just kind of noticed that I really liked the feeling of shifting things a bit earlier than I was used to. And after a recent trip from Lisbon, Portugal, back to New York just a couple months ago, it just stuck. Okay, but here's the real game changer with this new habit. It's not just about getting back sunlight. This new habit has pretty much completely eliminated those depressing winter blues I used to feel from waking up kind of late and then feeling like I'd wasted an entire day when the sun sets at 5 p.m. Now when the sun goes down early, I'm kind of okay with it because I woke up early and had finished most of my work by that point. This schedule shift also includes earlier dinners, earlier weekend plans, and earlier bedtime. In a way, it feels like the best time for rest and recovery, where I'm using winter's natural slowdown of pace as an opportunity to get plenty of rest and time to rejuvenate. Since in the summer, I'm just always on the go, always outside, jumping between plans, getting late dinners, going to bed late. And I also see it as a great time to invest in future me from a business perspective. For example, I'm going through the process of hiring a video editor now, so that way the ramp up training period happens before the travel plans and faster pace that comes with spring and summer. So to conclude, instead of dreading early darkness like I used to, I now see it as an opportunity to start things earlier, and now I look forward to my evening routine. I swear it actually feels luxurious, like I'm allowing myself to stop working at an early hour. Okay, so this schedule shift has created a strong foundation for me to now fill in the gaps with activities and plans and rituals. Which brings us to what is probably my favorite section of this video, anticipation architecture, design days you actually look forward to. I'm making these titles sound so pretentious. So there's some really great neuroscience studies showing that dopamine, which is often referred to as the pleasure neurotransmitter, spikes even more in humans during the anticipation of a reward than during receiving the reward itself. And this explains why the build-up to big special events like Christmas or a vacation often feel more exciting than the event itself. So something I've done is effectively hack my brain's reward system by creating a very specific winter ritual that I seriously look forward to every week. Fair warning, my ritual is kind of hardo, biohacking, fitness girly, Andrew Huberman coded, but I'll tell you what it is anyway, and then you can design your own winter ritual. So about a month ago, without much planning, a friend and I pretty spontaneously decided to go on a run together. Now, it was freezing outside, but we were like, screw it, we'll wear gloves, we'll warm up pretty quickly from running, it'll be fun. I was a little nervous though, I'm not gonna lie. I am pretty good with high intensity interval training workouts and strength training, but endurance-based cardio workouts I'm not as good at, and historically have just not enjoyed as much as a result. But I knew my friend wouldn't mind going kind of slow with me, and it was just a fun, active thing to do together, so we went for it. Fast forward an hour, the run is over, and yeah, it was challenging, but it was supposed to be, and I felt so good. I had a pep in my step. Then we were like, you know what sounds really good right now? a smoothie. So we extended our run to the grocery store to pick up ingredients, went home and made this healthy protein green smoothie, which also tasted good. What we did next will blow your mind. See, this friend of mine has a steam shower. We turn it on and sit in the 120-degree steam room for about 20 minutes. So nice. And then we take our respective showers after that. Fast forward a couple hours, we then bundle up and walk to a cozy nearby Thai restaurant and have a delicious meal, followed by a cozy movie night inside. By the end of the day, we were like, wait, that was kind of the perfect Sunday. 5 weeks later, we have done the same exact routine every single Sunday. And I'm telling you, it'll be a Tuesday and I will be looking forward to my Sunday. So I don't tell you this just to brag about my healthy, biohacky, luxurious Sunday routine, or the fact that I have a friend with a steam shower, but rather to highlight that the anticipation of this delightful new winter day that we designed has created this positive feedback loop that's helped me combat the hibernation winter blues. I look forward to it all week, and then the routine itself is also very healthy, so I actually have the endorphins and all of the other happy hormones afterwards. It just sets me up for a great week, kind of the opposite of Sunday scaries. So to bring this all back down to earth for a sec, I would seriously recommend designing some winter day ritual that you can look forward to every week. If the run plus green smoothie isn't your thing, maybe it's a weekly coffee shop hang with friends, followed by an enriching indoor activity like going to an art gallery or a museum. Or something much chiller and by yourself, like a morning coffee and pastry run, followed by a little walk in your favorite park, and then back home to read your book for an hour on the couch. Whatever floats your boat. And then I think we can also apply this on the micro level, designing little habits here and there that bring you some anticipation joy and real-time joy. Anyways, all of this of course applies to all seasons, but I have found it especially helpful in the winter where I could use those extra little nudges here and there to feel happy and energized. In conclusion, hack your brain's reward system and design days and rituals that you actually look forward to. I'm telling you, it makes winter a lot more enjoyable. Now, a bit of a change from my hardo Sunday ritual. This would not be a video about my New York City winter routine if we didn't talk cozy core, intentional indoor living. The silver lining of it being freezing outside is the guilt-free excuse to do plenty of things indoors. But instead of just rotting in bed or doom scrolling on your phone all day, we're talking intentional, gratifying indoor activities. So something I've started doing a lot more this winter is trading Uber Eats and doom scrolling for home-cooked meals and movie nights. Again, in comparison to summer where I'm eating out so many meals because it's just a joy to be outside, meeting up with friends, having a beer on the patio, I'm now planning nights where I cook at home, either by myself or with someone else. And something that's made this a lot more fun is to follow new recipes or use new ingredients instead of just cooking my same old, same old. My friend and I cooked this past weekend. We added pasta and butter to it. It was delicious. A little garbanzo bean heavy, but delish. Then we watched a movie and it was just a delightful, cozy weekend night. Okay, in addition to the cooking movie nights, I've talked before about having a cozy home environment with warmed, diffused lights instead of cool overhead lights. But I think it's all the more important to have a really luxurious nighttime routine that you really look forward to in the winter, because it gets dark early, so you might as well enjoy it. My nighttime routine is dimming my lights, taking a warm shower, brushing my teeth and skincare, getting in bed and reading for 20 to 45 minutes before sleeping. I also do not mess around with skincare in the winter. I shamelessly bring Aquaphor or Vaseline everywhere to take care of chapped lips, dry hands, or what have you. I also lather it on before bed as needed. Game changer. Now, as for balancing social life with indoor activities, I definitely still do a mix of both. So when I'm not cooking at home and I'm meeting friends out for dinner, I try to choose a restaurant that has warm, cozy vibes and soup or pho I love to have in the winter. It just warms up my innards. I think you get the idea. A lot of this is really just accepting that it's cold and dark outside and leaning in and just making the most of it so it's actually exciting. So this has been a really enjoyable change to make indoor activities in the winter feel special rather than restrictive. Okay, this section might sound a little too on the nose, but I'd be remiss to not include it in a video about my New York City winter routine. This section is called Winter Warrior, Physical Adaptation. I'm having a lot of fun with these titles. There is a reason I still city bike everywhere, even when the weather looks like this. I took this picture. There is a reason why I still get 10,000 steps or more every single day, even when we got this going on. I also took this picture last week. It's because there is no such thing as bad weather, only unsuitable clothing. I'm not just gonna say to wear a big jacket, although that is a seriously good place to start. But the game changer of proper winter gear literally enables you to maintain most of your fall, spring, and summer habits. And for me, in New York specifically, a huge appeal of this city is that it is so incredibly walkable. I walk everywhere, and if I don't walk, then I city bike, and if I don't bike, then I take the subway. Uber is a last resort unless it's late and it's for safety or time-saving convenience. So the idea that I would spend a whole season not enjoying the walkability is a no-go. So yes, starting with a proper winter jacket. I absolutely love mine. It's Patagonia. I think 800 fill goose down. It might be 1,000. Is that a thing? I don't know. I'll check. Worth every penny and pretty much a force field to any temperature that New York City gets. This definitely was a splurge, but of course there are lots of amazing options that are more affordable. And on the coldest days, I will double up with a mid layer underneath, but that's mainly because I'm a big baby with cold temperatures. I'm from Southern California, sue me. Then the double layering leggings has also been a game changer, especially for biking. I wear these fleece lined leggings underneath my jeans. I'll link everything below, by the way. And sometimes even my Lululemon leggings. Really, any other insulating layer will help. And then, of course, warm gloves, especially while biking, since our extremities get cold so quickly. And fleece lined beanies and scarves I've been doing a lot more. Fun fact, heat loss happens evenly across exposed skin. So the key is really to just cover your entire body. Now, yes, I totally admit that I live in New York City, it's concrete, they salt the streets. I will never be in a situation here where I'm walking in knee-deep snow. And so if you live in the tundra, there are probably some safety precautions you might want to consider that I'm not considering. I'm not an expert on them, but you probably are because you live in that environment. But my point stands, dress appropriately. I know this was probably the most obvious winter tip I could have given you, to bundle up, but I've been doing it a lot better this year and taking that extra annoying minute to seriously prepare every single time I go outside. It's been totally worth it to maintain an active lifestyle and to just enjoy the winter more. Let me know what your winter hacks are in the comments below. I will read every single one. And also, sorry to the Southern Hemisphere viewers, you can come back and watch this in 6 months. So that is my New York City winter routine and the new habits that I have implemented to stop hibernating and wasting my winter. Hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed and subscribe for more. And until next time, Turtle out.